Hallo und willkommen zurück zur 7. Folge Highway Blossoms. Was machen wir? Wir folgen Marina und Amber auf dem Weg zum zweiten Piece of the Treasure. Sie haben sich auf eine Tour begeben, weil man in dem Gebiet, wo sie da den Teil von Schatz vermuten, nicht mehr alleine rumlaufen darf, weil es so viele Leute waren, die nach Schätzen gesucht haben. Ja, und dann haben sie sich bei der Tour spät abends einfach davon geschlichen. Und genau da sitzen wir fort, wo sie sich gerade abgespalten haben. There's an incline, but it's not too bad. Next to me, Marina spreads her arms out for balance, but I'm confident enough to not need to. Crossing over to the ruins themselves will be the riskiest part. There's no cover and anyone who happens to look over will see us. Ist noch nicht so dunkel. Das wäre schon richtig Nacht. We just have to hope that the tour group has moved to somewhere without a line of sight. Das fängt schon wieder gut an. Ich kann heute richtig gut sprechen, ja. We just have to hope that the tour group has moved to somewhere without a line of sight on us.
Okay, hurry.
I grab Marina's hand again and start to run. She struggles to keep up, so I slow down a little bit. It takes maybe 2 minutes from one end to the other. When we reach the far wall, Marina's breathing is strained.
Don't do much running, do you?
Not it. Oh.
Okay. Every word is punctuated with a pant. I'm winded too, but fight my lungs to not show it. I have to look strong for Marina.
Ready for the fun part?
Is it actually fun?
Not yet. We've still got to get up there.
Die Wand hoch. I point to the lip of the cave, a good 50 feet or so above us still. Marina's face goes pale as she stares at the sheer rock wall in front of us.
We're not gonna have to climb that, are we?
How else?
I wait a second for the shock to hit her face before Sorry. I wait a second for the Ich trinke einen Schluck Wasser. I wait a second for the shock to hit her face before I laugh and shake my head.
Just kidding. Come over here.
Ich habe das Gefühl, Emma ist richtig gut drauf gerade. A short distance away is a slope, somewhat steep but not too long. It leads up into part of the cave close to the ruins.
We actually do have to go up this one.
Her face still looks doubtful.
I don't know if I can get up that.
Sure you can. It's easy. Look.
Sagt sie und fällt rum. Oh Mann, mein Hals. Also. I'm sorry. Boah, warum gerade jetzt? I hike up a couple steps. Dirt and a bit of gravel tumble down past my feet, but it's mostly stable.
It's almost all dirt. If it was loose rock, we'd be in trouble.
Oh ja, die Erfahrung habe ich schon gemacht. Im fast 45 Grad Winkel also einen steilen Weg runtergeht, der nur aus Kies besteht, komplett. Die Hälfte der Entfernung, die ich bin gegangen, ja, die Hälfte der Entfernung, die ich zurückgelegt habe, war aber Rutschen. Immer Fuß aufsetzen, halt einen Meter vorwärts rutschen. Boah, Mann, meine Stimme. Still looking uncertain, Marina takes a careful step up behind me. Then another. She slides back down a little bit with each step. Yeah.
Try to spread out your weight a little more evenly. You don't want to lose your balance and fall over.
By doing what I say, she's able to reach where I'm standing.
Good job. Now just do that like 50 more times.
Marina groans, but I've already started. I glance back behind me. She's trailing only a couple steps back. For all her worrying, she's doing okay. I'm just about to compliment her when I feel the earth shift beneath me and my foot slides loose. With a yelp, I lose my balance, arms flailing as I try not to fall. Then, faster than I can process, Marina's arm shoots out and grabs my sleeve. She tucks me back upright.
Are you okay? Oh my god, is your ankle alright? It's not broken, is it?
Panic is clearly painted across her face.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
The only thing injured is my pride.
Are you sure?
Yeah, thanks. Good save.
We climb up the rest of the way together, but slowly. At the top, both of us stretch and catch our breath.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Besides the part where you almost died, maybe.
I didn't almost die. Besides, that's what I have my sidekick for.
She gives me a playful shove.
Hey, I told you, I'm not the sidekick here.
Uh-huh. You'll still have to earn the title of captain. Or commander. Whatever it is. And you can do that by finding this thing before I do.
Now that we're actually up in the ruins themselves, it's more clear just how tough this is going to be. The cave stretches a long way, like a deep scar in the mountain. Ja, Freunde, habt ihr euren Metalldetektor dabei? Ich stelle mir das immer noch so lustig vor, wenn die einfach auf die Tour mitgenommen haben. Delicate clay buildings, some barely as tall as we are arranged throughout. They say this was a village, but it's hard to imagine anyone living here. Everything is so cramped and small.
Where do you think we should start?
Hard to say. It won't be anywhere obvious. Remember, people have been studying this place for decades.
What if someone already found it? Like a long time ago.
I shrug, but that's probably impossible to see. The sun has now gone entirely down, leaving us in a shadowed darkness. I wonder why Marina doesn't seem bothered by it this time.
If they did, then I haven't heard anything about it. We've just gotta start looking. Try to be careful, though.
I feel bad being here. Maybe this was a bad idea.
Be super careful then. And watch for spiders!
I flick on the spare flashlight and pass it to her, just in time to see the look of disgust at the mention of spiders. To see, nicht sie. Ah, verdammt. We split up, staying close to each other but not overlapping where we look. I get down on my hands and knees, shining light. Sorry. I get down on my hands and knees, shining light into every corner and cranny that I can. I worry that our lights might be visible from a distance, even though they aren't very powerful. The only alternative would be sneaking over in broad daylight, and we'd be much more likely to be caught then. I'm not finding anything except dirt. I brush my fingers along the clay bricks in hopes of finding a loose stone or secret compartment, but there's nothing like that. Nearby, Marina's doing the same thing. She's hitched up her dress so that it doesn't drag on the ground, and I force myself to look away rather than stare. Okay. She offers quite a bit. For fuck. Sorry. Noch ein Schluck Wasser in Ordnung, dass es hilft. So, jetzt bin ich bereit für diese Line. She offers quite a view, though. Boy. After a moment, Marina giggles. I'm not sure why. I haven't spoken at all because I don't want our voices to echo in the cave and give us away. But silently searching gets tedious fast. Gets tedious fast. So I decide to try whispering.
What's so funny?
I don't know. Everything, I guess? I was just thinking how weird this is.
Okay.
Like, it's just so random, you know?
Alright, Aristotle.
Who's that?
Sad.
Never mind. But yeah, it is kinda crazy.
Deciding that the building I was scouring is a lost cause, I move on to the next one.
I know it's probably not a big deal for you since you do this stuff all the time. This is honestly the most fun I've ever had, I think.
Amber is a elite, expert, trained treasure hunter, ist was ich sagen wollte. Ne, Mariah?
Destroying ancient Native American landmarks?
Do that all the time. It's every day, bro.
I'm being careful. Super careful. But just in general, being out here on the road. I thought maybe I was making a mistake when I left, but not anymore.
I'm glad.
And I am. I really am.
Guess it worked out well for both of us.
I can't see her from here, but I know she's smiling. Then she giggles again.
Oh, Amber, you're a big ol' softie after all, aren't you?
Was? Oh, was war das gerade? Die Line will ich nochmal hören.
Oh, Amber, you're a big ol' softie after all, aren't you?
Diese Betonung und es ist super.
You're not. I take it back. I should have left you on the side of the road.
This time we both laugh. After that, we lapse back into near silence. Just the sound of us crawling around, or occasionally moving to another building to search. Soon the happy atmosphere starts to dissolve as we start getting frustrated. Or at least I do. It takes maybe 20 minutes before we've looked over all the buildings. There aren't too many, and coming over them isn't that hard. But we don't find anything. Not even a clue or hint that we're in the right spot. Sighing through my nose, I start double-checking some of the larger homes. All the crawling and bending is starting to take a toll on me. When I straighten up, my back is sore and sweat presses my hair to my forehead. We should have brought some bottles of water with us. I lean against the rock wall and massage my shoulders. Marina finishes up a building, then joins me. She's biting her lip, frowning a little.
Any luck?
Ja, ich habe ihn schon längst gefunden. Ich fand es lustig, dir noch zuzuschauen.
Nope, nothing. You?
We both pause, silent.
So, that's it, right? Like we've checked all the buildings?
Ihr habt doch selbst schon gesagt, es wird nirgendwo obvious sein, so.
Can't be. We must have missed something. I'm going to try checking out the cave itself.
She just stands there. Watches as I head over to the far side. I shine my flashlight up and down and up again, examining every inch of the rock. There's gotta be a crevice. Crevice? Crevice? Keine Ahnung. Dictionary, help me. How do I pronounce this?
Crevice.
Crevice. There's gotta be a crevice where the gold is stashed. Or some other hiding place. There has to be. But none of the cracks are wide enough or deep enough for something like that. A few minutes later, Anna passed by Marina, still in the same place. Boah, hat sie tatsächlich etwas Sinnvolles gerade festgestellt. I check her face as I go. Her eyebrows are furrowed and she looks worried. I keep hunting. Images of Mariah triumphantly holding up the gold spur me on. Just the thought of her smug grin pisses me off. When I reach the other end of the cave, I double back and check it again. And again. Finally, Marina pulls away from the wall. I hear it, but don't see it.
Amber, come on. There's no way.
Her voice is a knife in my heart. It hurts because I know she's right. I sigh and flick off my flashlight. Standing there, I look at the invisible ground and have to admit the truth to myself. It's not here. There's no treasure to be found in the Mummy Cave ruins. Either we got it wrong, or someone beat us to it. Whichever the answer, there's nowhere else in here that it could be. I make my way back to Marina, slowly. Ein Moment, habe ich gerade achieved? Ich habe gerade achieved. Didn't find the second piece of treasure. Nicest achievement. Sad music. I can feel stinging tears of frustration beginning to well up in my eyes, which surprises me. I'm sure Mariah would be laughing at me if she was here right now. Abruptly, I stop walking towards her and spin around. I don't want Marina to see. There's the sound of crunching dirt as she walks over.
Amber?
There's worry in her voice. I shake my head. I don't know if she can see. She lays her hand on my shoulder and 2 tears manage to leak out of my eyes. I shake my head again.
Amber, it's okay.
No. I'm sorry. I screwed up. I was wrong. There's nothing here.
I know there isn't. Seriously, that's okay.
I sobbed, not even knowing why. Damn it. Damn it. Get a grip, Amber. I wrenched my eyes shut before the waterworks really start. It burns, but I manage to hold back. Taking deep breaths, I get myself under control. I sink down to lean against the wall of the cave. Marina does the same. Die sehen beide so anders auf diesem Bild. Our clothes are dusty from being on the ground so much. Marina pokes me in the side.
You okay?
I draw a rattly breath.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. I don't know what that was about. I just got super frustrated.
Yeah, I could tell.
Can it?
Can it? I flick her gently on the knee.
But, that was kind of embarrassing.
No, it's okay, really. I cry all the time at home. Don't worry.
Aber noch kein einziges Mal, seit du Emma getroffen hast.
It's just... It's like losing. Not finding the treasure, I mean. So I'm mad for wasting all our time on this. Aren't you?
No, why would I be?
She sounds genuinely surprised.
Because now we're behind on the next one, too. What if someone beats us to all the rest of them?
Now you sound like me.
Oh god, is there a cure?
Meanie. But really, I had fun, so I don't think it was a waste of time. Even if we're not, like, super rich now, I'm glad we came here.
Once again, I don't even have to look to know she's smiling. She's always smiling, after all. It's one of the cutest things about her, and there are lots of those. But I'm afraid to look up and meet her eyes. Afraid because of what I've been starting to feel lately, and how I've been thinking of her. It's stupid to get bothered by this now, I know. We've been together all day. But right now, when I'm already being over-emotional, I feel like it would be a bad idea.
Amber?
And then, by reflex, I do it anyway. I look over and I was right. My heart flutters a little, but the smile I was anticipating has been replaced by yet another look of concern.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it wasn't so bad.
She brightens up immediately.
For real?
Mm-hmm. I'm good now. Still, sorry for freaking out there for a sec.
It's okay. Don't feel bad.
Groaning, I stand up again. I'm definitely gonna be sore tomorrow.
We should get out of here, though. The longer we spend, the more likely we are to get caught.
It's been probably 45 minutes or so since we ditched the tour group. Hopefully they didn't get search and rescue out looking for us. Oof. I offer my hand to Marina, who's still sitting on the ground. She takes it and I hold it to her feet. After dusting herself off, we both walk to the edge of the cave. It's impossible to see anything. Even the trail across the way is invisible from here.
Watch your step going down the hill.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to almost die again.
Boah, der Anfang von dieser Musik gerade war ja mal... Going down the hill is easier than going up, though we still have to be careful. We make it to the bottom without incident. We don't risk the flashlights until we're back across the fence and on the trail. Now that we're not out of bounds, it doesn't matter if people see us. Ich hab nur eine Dreiviertelstunde lang hinter der Tour.
Where do we go now?
I think about it for a moment. There's not much point in catching up with the tour again. Besides, it's probably ended by now. Still, if they did notice that we disappeared, then it could be bad for us to just leave the park. The last thing I want to see is our faces on missing person posters the next time we stop at a gas station. But they've got a 45 minutes lead on us, and that'll only grow if we were to try to find them.
We'll just go back to the parking lot and get out of here. If anyone asks, we can just say we left early.
Thank God. I was hoping you'd say that.
How come?
I'm so tired.
Same. My back's gonna hurt for a year.
At least you have the comfy bed.
Hey, you could always...
Ja, genau.
grab some more pillows from the closet if you need.
There are more?
Oh yeah. Gramps liked to have a zillion pillows when he slept.
Oh.
This? She sounds let down. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have made that connection there. Weil sie es weird findet, mit den Kissen zu schlafen, mit denen ihr Großvater geschlafen hat? Oder was?
Don't worry. They weren't like his special pillows or anything. You can use them.
Ah, okay. Okay.
All right.
Damn, she really starts to worry when I mention them. Guess there's a good reason for that. But right now, though the thought of... But right now, though the thought is a familiar jab of sadness, I'm not about to break down. I'm doing okay for now. We're quiet the rest of the way down the trail, though. Without having to stick to the slow pace of a guided tour, it's actually a quick walk. There aren't any other hikers out, which surprises me. It's dark, but not that late. As we reach the parking lot, it seems like we had perfect timing. Or maybe perfectly awful. Spilling out of a trailhead on the other side is the tour group that we were briefly part of. Oh god. I recognize the tour guide as well as...
There you girls are.
Linda. She came from my blind spot before we had time to hide. I don't even try to force a smile as I turn to face her. She strolls up to us. Dino, still asleep. Howard's nowhere to be seen though. Maybe he's in their car.
I was hoping to see y'all before you left.
Yeah, we were pretty tired, so we came back early.
Oh, I'll bet you are.
She winks at me like she's in on the joke. Problem is, I don't know what the joke's supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Don't think I didn't notice you two running off now. Figured you were, you know.
She laughs and shakes her head.
I think that's good, though. Reminds me of me and my Howard when we were younger. Sneak off every chance we got, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Dana denkt ihr... Nice. My face starts to turn red as I realize what she's thinking. Marina's probably tomato colored, though I don't turn to look.
We weren't... I mean, we're not...
No need to be embarrassed or anything like that. And besides, at least you won't get pregnant.
She laughs heartily, the baby on her chest bouncing with immersion.
Sorry, though. I'm getting to be a bit too nosy for my own good. Y'all girls be safe out there. It was nice to get to know you.
She grabs my hand from my side and pumps it in a vigorous handshake, then does the same to Marina. Neither of us reacts, still dumbfounded. Then she heads off towards the sea of cars. More of a puddle now, since most have already left. I turn to Marina. As expected, her face is scarlet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? That poor baby. And that poor husband.
I didn't think people like that were real. Like, they only existed in books and movies and stuff.
And visual novels like this one. This is what I'm still thinking today.
They say the desert does weird things to your head. Or maybe Wisconsin does.
I shrug and start walking back towards the RV. I'm glad that Marina doesn't push the topic of Linda's misconception. I unlock the door and let Marina in first. We're one of the last ones here. Before I pull the door shut, I take a final look around Canyon de Chelly's Canyon. Genau. Chelly's Canyon. That's what it's called. Or what little of it I can see. It may have been a bust, but like Marina said, it wasn't a total waste of time. Das war das nächste Kapitel, I guess.